Today, let's learn how to convert Crystal report to PDF using C# ASP.NET. Let's create a new project by clicking on File, then click on New, then click on Project. Now click on ASP.NET Web Application, then click on Next. Then now in the project name I have written High School Exam Result. Then I have saved this project on the desktop and click on Create. Then click on Create. This will create the project. Now let's add one web form on the project by clicking on Add, then click on New Item, then select web form and rename it as exam result, exam_result, and click on Add. Now let's design the web form by simply drag and drop the label and a text box and a button onto the web form. I have already designed the web form, and let's change this text box ID to TB_roll_number. Now let's see my database. My database is exam and the table is result, and this is the field of my table, and let's see the data in the table, and these are the data in my table. Now let's try to connect the SQL database, and first let's write the connection string onto the web.config file. So copy this connection string and paste it onto the web.config file in the configuration tag. So I have pasted here, and my connection name is connection string. Now let's try to connect the SQL Server database. So right click on the data connection and click on add connection, and in the server name click on it. It will take some time and select the server. So I have selected the server, and in the authentication select SQL Server authentication and provide the credential for the SQL Server and select the database, and database is exam, and click on OK. Now the database connection is successful. So right click on the database connection, then click on properties, then click on to the connection string and select all by typing together Ctrl A and Ctrl C. Copy the connection string and paste it onto the connection string. So I have pasted here, and change the password with this asterisk with the password of my SQL Server. So I have pasted my connection string here, and I have changed the password to my password of my SQL Server. You have to change this, only this password. Now let's create a data set. So right click on my project and click on add, then click on new item, then click on data, then click on data set, then click on add. Now let's drop my table onto this data set. So expand the connection string and simply drag and drop the table onto the data set. Now let's create a crystal report. Simply right click on my project and click on add, then click on new item, then click on reporting, then click on crystal report and rename it as CRPT_exam result, then click on add. Now click on OK, then expand the project data and click on adio.net and select the table, that is result, then click on the arrow, then click on next, then select the field you want to add onto the crystal report. I have selected name, roll number, percentage and division, and click on next, then click on next, then click on next, then click on finish. Now let's design this crystal report. So this is the data field and these are the labels. So let's design it properly. I have finished designing my crystal report. So now let's create a barcode by clicking on the formula field, then click on new, then type here barcode and click on OK. In the formula type apostrophe asterisk apostrophe then n, then I want to display the roll number on the barcode, then and this indicates plus sign or concatenation, and apostrophe then asterisk then asterisk. This first asterisk is for starting of the indicates the starting of the barcode, and this last asterisk indicates the end point of the barcode. And click on save and close and drop the formula field here and change the font to barcode font. So change this to barcode EN16 and change the font size to 24 or the size you want and save it. For this barcode font, you have to install the barcode font. In order to install the barcode font, you have to right click on the font and click on show more properties, then click on install for all user. If you install like this, then the client also can see the barcode font. Now let's try to write the code for converting crystal report to PDF. So simply copy this code. I am written this code in the try case because it will prevent the server from crashing if any error occur. So simply copy this and paste it on the button click event. So I double click on the print button and paste it over here. Now let's rectify this error by pasting the namespaces here. So simply copy this namespaces and paste it onto the namespaces. So I paste it here. This system.data is for SQL Server. System.data.SQL SQL client is also for SQL Server database, and this configuration is for connection string, and this for input output, and this is for crystal report. Now in this code we have to change only three things: 1, 2 and 3. So let's remove this one and change this one. This is the connection string. So click on the solution explorer and double click on the web.config, then copy this connection string. This is the name of my connection string and paste it over here, and this is the table name. So expand the server and my table here is result. So type it here result, result, and this is the crystal report name. So expand the crystal report name and right click on it and click on rename and copy the crystal report name and paste it over here, and .rpt extension must be provided here, and save it, and let's save it. And this is the SQL Server query. Let's expand the table. In this query we are going to display roll number, name, percentage, division from the table result, where the roll number is provided by the db underscore roll number dot text. That is it will display result according to the roll number provided by this text box. So it will provide the result according to the roll number provided by this text box. So let's run the project and see the output. So let's type the roll number here, MN001, and click on print. So it convert the crystal report into PDF.